Welcome to my Get Ready With Me using the McGrath Subliminal palette. I was very flattered to have subscribers request that I do an eye look with this that I have done on past videos that they liked. So I'm going to do an in-depth tutorial, if you will, of the look. And I've done all of my makeup except my eye makeup, so let's get into it. You'll get some preview of my panning. So I have just a highlight shade and I just put that on the brows. It's a very soft white color. It's not shimmery by any means. It's just a soft highlight just to kind of highlight my brow bone. I still like to do that. It just helps me structure out the eye. And then I take a sort of a skin tone color. So these two, I mix these two in the Peachy Matte palette, and these shadows are crazy dense. I use this every day to set my whole lid space like this, and I've used these two shadows mixed together for about 1.5 to 2 years now. It's just crazy, and I still haven't even made a big enough dip to hit pan. So it's pretty crazy. So just very simple, just set the eye, make sure that you're starting with a nice blank canvas. And then what I'm going to do is structure out the eye with the mattes. So this is clearly the lighter transition shade. And I'm just going to do one eye at a time from now on so I can talk my way through it and then do it really fast on the other eye. So I'm just kind of concentrating the color close to my lash line. I'm going to come closer to the camera, so sorry for invading your personal space. So just kind of smoke it out a little bit because my eyes are the eyelid is kind of a little bit swollen looking, so I always enjoy having darker shades on the lid to make it recede a little bit more. So I'm just layering, and as I said in my pan palette video, these mattes are not super blendable. Like I have to sit here and blend quite a bit to get them to look smooth. So I'm not too impressed by these two matte colors. I am very impressed by the rest of the palette, but not the... Okay, so kind of like that. And then I'm going to take the darker charcoal, and I'm going to be even more careful now. I'm going to stay close to the lash line and to the corners to darken out my outer corner. So if you get it too high, or if I get it too high, I'll look like I got a black eye from someone punching me. So I have to be very careful. Keep the dark colors closer to the lash line, closer to the lower half of my lid. So, and I'm using a fluffy brush like this, by the way. This is a discontinued brush, Laura Mercier crease brush. This was natural haired and they went to synthetic. So before they did that, I grabbed like 5 of them because it's one of my favorite fluffy brushes to use. Okay, so I'm going to keep layering. So what I do enjoy about these mattes is that even though they're pigmented, you can also layer them up for different intensities. So you saw with one coat, it got pretty dark, but not smoky enough for my look, for what I'm trying to achieve. So I am layering it up to make it even darker. And once again, I'm just concentrating most of the colors close to the lash line. Blend, 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 and then going up a little bit. And in my mind, a good makeup look versus an average makeup look is always the blend. That's really the only difference, I feel like. And the placement of the colors. Yeah. And then I kind of stretch it out like this to lift the eye so it doesn't droop. So the upper lashes eye is done. I don't always want too much underneath because it tends to make me look, or like emphasize my eye bags, for lack of a better word. It makes me look tired. But to complete the look, I just kind of add a little bit of this this lighter matte just to complete the look. But I don't always enjoy it, but I still do it because see, it looks much more finished this way. Though it's looking a little panda-like, I know that, so stay with me. So in order to avoid it looking too patchy or weird, we're going to do another gradient. So I'm going to tap into the matte black now and place it again. So as you go deeper, you go closer to the lash line. So, and this is a Bobbi Brown eye smudge brush. And the black I have no complaints about. It's actually one of the best blacks I've ever used. It doesn't have any fallout. I keep my eye kind of half closed because I have hooded eyes and extra flesh in the eye area. So there's a lot of folds, a lot of creases happening that I try to minimize. So it's taking shape pretty well. Now I'm going to stretch the black shadow even a bit more out towards the tail of the eye because we're trying to elongate the eye and give the blue that I'm about to use some space. So like this, be pretty gentle. Okay, so there we are. So now comes the star of the show, this blue, this beautiful blue. So just take my finger, look at that, oh, and I place it in the middle, and I gently use my finger to smudge it out around. And I stay once again very close to the lid. And then I do another layer. It's just so beautiful. It's like jewel toned. And I am a color analysis. I'm a true winter. So this sort of color is supposed to flatter my complexion really well. So there it is. Another coat, 3 coats, because I just want to really build up the brilliance of the blue. You can see it really makes my brown eyes pop. So there is the gist of the look. Now comes the more finer points because once again, it's all in the blend. So I'm going to try to blend this part, the top of the blue, into the mattes that I had pre-built the structure around using this brush. This is the Morphe and Ariel collaboration, and it's this kind of fluffy but not too dense brush. It's perfect for this type of blend. So there you are. Just trying to blend everything, make sure there's no edges. Go in there. And then last step is I'm going to take my original fluffy brush, and then I'm going to take my flesh colored shades, and I'm just going to blend once again from the top down just to get the whole eye. So all around here, see, because with a dark smoky eye, the worst thing you can do is leave lines of demarcation. So you want to just really blend and smoke out everything. Make sure there is no harsh lines and no harsh colors above the crease. These are my own techniques for my own features. So obviously if your eye looks different, you'll probably use different techniques, but this is what I do, and it's by no means the best way, or you know, what I think is what is right for me may not be right for you. So there you are. That's this eye. Look at the difference, eh? It's crazy. Okay, so I'll be back with the other eye. There you have it. That's the finished look. I rushed on this eye so it doesn't look as good, and my eyes started to water because I kept them open so long to do the makeup, so I'll have to clean that up after. But I put eyeliner in my waterline. You must do that. You know, you don't have to do anything, but I highly recommend you put it in your waterline, a dark eye pencil, because it completes the look. Otherwise you'll see this kind of line of beige line like underneath your lash line. So, but you don't need an eyeliner on top, like in between the lashes, because the blue is so strong, it'll get lost anyway. And then also, if you want to top this up even a bigger notch, false eyelashes really completes this type of smoky eye. I just don't usually have the time for it. But so that's my look. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to talk about techniques and brushes and things like that. Thank you so much to my friends who asked me to do this video. I hope you like it. I hope it helped you, and I will see you next time. Bye.